Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to start Chapter 3, Part A, Project Management. In this chapter, we're going to ask the following questions. What's a project? What are the goals of project management? What tools can we use to plan a project? Are there trade-offs between cost and time? How do we crash a project? The first question is, what's a project? A project is a set of activities with a definite start point and an ending point, which results in a very unique outcome. The key word in this description is a definite start point and an ending point. Let's take an example. Let's say you're working for Apple, and Apple is launching a new iPhone 12. And is this a project? Is there a definite ending point? Yes. The company has a definite deadline for launching a new product, so there is a definite ending point. And does it produce a unique outcome? Yes. A new iPhone is a unique output. Now, next, building a new stadium or a new bridge or a new airplane. Is this a project? Yes, because there is a definite ending point and we're producing a unique output. Likewise, planning weddings, remodeling bathrooms, writing term papers, organizing surprise parties are all projects. Now, on the other hand, what are not considered projects? Suppose you're producing Coca-Cola products at a facility. Is this a project? Is there a definite ending point? No, as long as there is demand for Coca-Cola, you keep producing it. So there's no definite ending point. This is not a project. Now, the next question is, what are the goals of project management? We will focus on the following questions. Can we compute the shortest possible duration of a project? Can we expedite or crash the project with the minimum cost when necessary? Can we estimate the probability of completing a project by a certain date? So let's talk about the tools we can use to plan a project. The first one is something called work breakdown structure. Work breakdown structure is a statement of all the work that need to be completed, and you can create a work breakdown structure as an indented list as follows. On top, we are going to put the title of the project, and you're going to indent the paragraph, and we're going to list all the major tasks that need to be completed, major task number 1, major task number 2, etc. And right below each major task, we're going to indent again, and we're going to list all the subtasks that need to be completed to finish each major task. So this is one way to express the work breakdown structure. And there's another way to express the work breakdown structure. We can use a diagram like this. For example, suppose you are working for a company and your company is hosting a dinner party for its 10-year anniversary. And you are in charge of organizing the party. So this is a big project for you, and you want to use the work breakdown structure to organize the project. So on top, you're going to put the title of your project, which is dinner party, and you're going to list all the major tasks, prepare the room and equipment, prepare dinner, guests and speakers. And under each major task, you can list all the activities. So what should you do to prepare room and equipment? You need to book a room, set up tables and chairs, lay out utensils, etc. And you're going to repeat this for each major task. What should you do to prepare dinner? You need to make a menu, create shopping list, etc. And what should you do to invite guests? Make a list, receive RSVPs, etc. So you can notice that each major task can be broken down into smaller actions. And what do we call these smaller actions? We're going to call them activities. So an activity is the smallest unit of work effort consuming both time and resources that can be planned and controlled. The next tool we're going to use is something called the Gantt chart. The Gantt chart is created by someone named Gantt, and it has been a popular project scheduling tool before CPM or PERT techniques were introduced. Let's take an example. Suppose you want to build a house. To build a house, there are 7 activities that need to be completed: design house and obtain financing, lay foundation, order and receive materials, build house, select paint, select carpet, and finish work. And we know the duration of each activity. For example, to design house and obtain financing, it's going to take you 3 months. Now, here's one thing that you need to be careful about. You can't work on all the activities at the same time. Some activities need to be done before something else can be started. We call this the precedence relationship. So for example, for activity A, there's no immediate predecessors. In other words, we can start working on A immediately. But for activity B, the immediate predecessor is A. That means A needs to be completed before we can start working on B. For C, the immediate predecessor is A. Again, A needs to be completed before you can start working on C. For D, the immediate predecessors are B and C. That means both B and C need to be completed before we can start working on D. Given this information, how can we create the Gantt chart? The first thing we're going to do is draw a chart like this. On the x-axis, we're going to put the time, and this is the first month, this is the second month, etc. And on the side, you're going to put the activities, A through G. Now, then we're going to start drawing the bars. So let's start with activity A. When can we start working on A? A is the first activity, so we can start working on A at the beginning of the first month. Now, by when can we finish activity A? The duration of activity A was 3 months. So if you start working on A at the beginning of the first month, we can finish activity A by the end of month 3. So we're going to draw a bar like this, and it shows you when the activity A can be started, when it can be done, and how long it lasts. And we will repeat this for each of these activities. Let's go to activity B. When can we start working on B? For B, the immediate predecessor is A, so A needs to be done before we can start working on B. So A is done at this point, so we can start working on B at this point. And how long does it last? The duration of B is 2 months, so it's going to last for 2 months. We're going to draw a bar like this. Now let's go to activity C. When can we start working on C? The immediate predecessor of C is A, so we should wait until A is completed, which is this point. So at this point, we can start working on C. Now, what's the duration of C? 1 month. So draw a bar like this. Now let's go to activity D. the immediate predecessors of activity D is B and C. That means we should wait until both B and C are completed. So when can we start working on D? C is done at this point. Can we start working on D at this point? No. B, we have to wait until both B and C are completed. B is completed at this point, so we can, at this point, both B and C has completed. So D, we can start working on D at this point. And how long does it last? The duration of D is 3 months, so it's going to last for 3 months. Right? Now let's go to E. The immediate predecessors of E is B and C, so we can start working on E at this point. What's the duration of E? 1 month. So we're going to draw a bar like this. Let's go to F. The immediate predecessor of F is E, and the duration is 1. So we can start working on F right after E, and the duration is 1 month. And G, you can start working on G right after D and F. The duration is 1 month. So right after D and F, so it's this point, and the duration is just 1 month. Just 1 month. Okay. Now, so this is the Gantt chart. Now let's ask some of the questions. What's the duration of the whole project? So you can see that we finish all the activities by the end of month 9. So the duration of the whole project is 9 months. The next question, why does D start at the beginning of month 6? So D, you can start working on D at this point because the immediate predecessors of D are B and C. We have to wait until both are completed. The next question, can we delay C without delaying the project? If so, how long can we delay it? Let's take C. Now remember, D is waiting for B and C to be completed, right? But B takes longer to complete. So after C is completed, C is actually waiting for a month. So can we delay C by 1 month? For example, can we start working on C at this point and then finish it at this point? Yes. If we do that, we're not going to delay the whole project, right? So we can delay C without delaying the project, and we can delay it by 1 month. And this extra time for C is called slack. Slack is the amount of time by which an activity can be delayed without delaying the whole project. Right. Now, how about E and F? Can we delay E and F without delaying the whole project? So let's look at E, right? If you delay E by 1 month, what happens? So if you delay E by 1 month, F is the follower. So F is the follower of E, so F should be delayed by 1 month. And then G is waiting for D and F. So, G can be started at this point. So even if we delay E by 1 month, we're not going to delay the whole project. So the slack for E is 1 month. How about F? Now, if we delay F by 1 month, then G is waiting for D and F, and you can start G at this point. So we're not going to delay the whole project. So yes, we can delay F without delaying the whole project. The slack for F is going to be 1 month. So this is everything for this part. I'll see you next time.